my god, look at all the cheese! Well, our only option is to sink. Oh, wow. Oh, man. This is grim. 2 weeks earlier. Oh, we're doing a flashback. What the hell? Okay. Interesting. Quest started a twilight meeting. Master Baron, status not alert. You're a guard, you're supposed to be alert. Okay, which way am I going? Probably in. Come here, whelp. Excuse me? An aging armoured man in the livery of House Baron stands and scowls at you. Eyes like coal peer out from a craggy face, fringed top and bottom with wild white hair. Return his challenging stare. The older man crosses his massive arms, steps forward and leans towards you. So, young sellsword, come looking for a scrap, have you? Though his voice is full of gravel, there is now a glint in his eyes, though the old coals have begun to warm up. Kaiden, you old fool, or both of these seem rude, so I'm going to do the one that seems more familiar. Kaiden, you old fool. A single bark of laughter emanates from the dense beard as he embraces you in a crushing bear hug. Okay, yeah, we know him. Kaiden may be older and greyer, but from the force of his hug, you don't reckon you'd have any more chance of beating him now than you did as a 12-year-old boy. It's good to see some things haven't changed. Kaiden steps back and allows you to breathe again, before grabbing you by the shoulders. We heard of your father's passing. Truly, he sits with the golden dead now. Tell me, how did he die? Let's not dwell on old wounds. Do you know why I'm here? Master Cato will chew your ear plenty when you see him, Jimzar. Lyra, the new Master-at-Arms, awaits you by the main entrance. She'll escort you. Don't ask her not to. If you think I had a temper. Okay. The joke fails to hide the note of anxiety in the grizzled house guard's voice. Oh, diplomacy versus 15. What are you hiding from me, old bear? Roll dice. Did I get it? Nope, I didn't. You have been found wanting. I won't betray my master's confidence by saying more. Best you see him yourself. The man offers a smile, but it fails to iron out the concerned creases around his eyes. Very well. I'll go look for the Master-at-Arms. If you want to explore for old time's sake, take this lantern. Lord Baron will wait. We don't want you getting lost in the hedge maze again. The man laughs heartily and hands you a small brass lantern. Whatever may come to pass, it did this old warrior a barrel of good to see you again, boy. The old man slaps you on the shoulder in parting, almost knocking you off balance. Then he seems to remember something as he leans in conspiratorially. My damn knees are acting up again. Can't hardly sleep on account of the aches, let me tell you. I'd take an arrow in the leg any day. If you're going over to the kitchen later for a bit of grub, a bottle of brandy from the wine cellar would make me a happy man. Kaiden shifts as if to emphasize his stiff knees. I feel you there, old man. Tell you what, I don't know where that came from. But first, don't keep Lyra waiting any longer. Talk to her first and I'll be here for later. Okay, we have 2 quests. Talk to Lyra, get, drink. You see Brazier. Cool. Look at this cool fountain. Look at the animations. The fire, it's awesome. It really feels like a Commodore 64 game. Not the way that it was, but the way that you remember it. You know what I mean? Hey, come here, dog. I want to pet you. Yes, you can pet the dog. 10 out of 10. Okay, who's this? That's Lyra, level 9. Status ready. Yeah, I bet. Okay, let's chat. A woman stands before the main entrance to the villa. Her posture speaks of a graceful, coiled power, that of a dueling ace. No doubt she is a new master of arms for House Baron. As you approach, she offers a quick, neat bow, just enough to be respectful. Greetings, Jimzar. Master Cato welcomes you back to House Baron. The Master is eager to meet with you, and is ready at your leisure. However, if you wish to refresh yourself first, he suggests you visit the kitchen for some food, and then perhaps walk the grounds and gardens. Why have I been summoned? That is for the Master himself to answer. and he will soon enough. For now, though, please, get some food and look around. I'm sure Arcadian will be happy to see you if you've not talked to him already. Very well. Excellent. I'm sure you still know your way around the grounds. The kitchen is in the building to the east, and the garden and the hedge maze is to the west. Come back and check in with me once you stretch your legs. Okay, let's head to the kitchen, and oh, I should probably equip this lantern he gave me, shouldn't I? There we go. Let's head to the kitchen. That was the east, right? And get some what was it? Brandy? Food? Drink? Something? You enter the kitchen and a pair of scullions offer a hurried bow. It's all so much quieter, emptier, and gloomier than you remember. Of course, old Magda is no longer where she used to be, sitting by the oven, kind, red-faced, and tending a shank of lamb. Click 1 to reminisce. You remember the matronly woman as she sat, humming to herself, pouring fat over the roasting meat. Child, come here, will you? Magda was always a beacon of kindness in a childhood where such qualities were few and far between. Go to Magda. Magda clasps you gently with her tubby hand. Have you eaten yet? Before you can answer, she produces a small bundle of treats from her apron and hands it to you. As son to the Master-at-Arms for the Great House Bearing, you did not go wanting, materially at least. Okay, so I was the son of the Master-at-Arms. Not the current one, the old one. Magda looks at you with kind eyes as you pick at the bundle. He's here again, down in the cellar. He's not so good, my child. Sleeping now, but it would be best if you got him to bed before his men see him like this again. The knot in your stomach is as real now as it was when you were 12. We'll go get him. Who? I'm losing track a bit. Don't worry, he won't make a fuss. He just needs time. You know gyms are. Deep wounds take a long time to heal. The old woman turns back to her meat and resumed her meandering humming. The sound of a man clearing his throat snaps you back out of your reminiscing. May I help you, my lord? The man in the chef outfit offers in a hoarse voice. Yeah, I need... What do I need? Talk to me. Oops. Oh. Can't talk to him. Okay. So, how do I bring up my quests? Oh, it's probably at the bottom here. View the journal. Okay. The cellar. Look for your father. Right, I'm looking for my father in the cellar. Exploring the grounds. Needing meal. Meal for myself. Right, bottle of brandy from the wine cellar. Okay. So the wine cellar must be here. Okay. Are we going to fight normal rats? See your chest. What's this? We have a lantern already. We don't need it. Empty bottles litter the floor of this room. You chuckle to yourself as you imagine the kitchen staff in their wine tasting sessions. No doubt much revelry has taken place here. Then a cool gust of air from the passage to the north. The wine cellar lies that way, and you can almost hear faint sobbing. Ghosts, no doubt. Sure. Is that... Oh, right. I'm looking for... Oh, cured ham. Yeah. Let's take a bit of that. Why is it cured? Was it ill? Oh. You're gripped by a long-hidden memory upon entering this part of the cellar. You sealed it away, but in doing so, preserved its strength, and now it demands freedom. You can still recall smelling him before you could make out his writhing shape in the dim light of the cellar. Mistress Valeria, open the door! Your father doesn't even notice you in the throes of his intoxicated ramblings. How could they take her? Her chambers were locked from inside. Where is she? Try to shake some sense into him. Your father jolts upright, the bloodshot whites of his eyes glaring out of the darkness. We found her, wandering the forest outside the estate. Mistress Valeria. Help him stand. Haltingly and leaning heavily on you, your father manages to stand. She was never the same. Whatever happened broke her. It was the girl, you know. Seed was planted in Valeria that night. How could you know? You were but a babe yourself. You helped lead the now sobbing man out of the cellar. Stop it, father. Lord Cato trusted me and I failed him. But Valeria was the one to pay the price. His mind broken, and that spawn of a child. Your father's voice seizes with fury. Enough! Don't talk back to me, you bastard. What do you know about honor? As much as your harlot mother. This is a bit... Ugh. Your father steps away from you, unsteady, tears streaming down his contorted face. Shut up, shut up, shut up! You draw a ragged breath and snap out the memory. Your knuckles white. You're alone in the damp cellar and don't feel particularly like dwelling there. Yeah. Seems like Dad was a bit of an arsehole. Brandy. Good. We got the brandy. What's that? Nothing. Okay. Eesh. Is that the same path? Yeah, it's the same way. Okay. Weren't we supposed to meet someone? The father was down here? Completed the cellar. Look for your father. You found your father. I didn't find him. I found a memory of him. Didn't I? Am I misreading that? Was I? Huh. Am I misunderstanding? Is there some metaphorical stuff going on here? Oh, that's the chef. Okay, so where's the person I was talking to before? Magda. The chef offers a short bow and a tired but sincere smile. I'm Chef Armand, and my humble kitchen is at your disposal, my lord. Sadly, I was told of your arrival only minutes ago, and my oven must be fired up again. You must be famished. Indeed I am. My suggestion is thusly. While I stoke the fire, you run down the pantry and fetch some cured ham and cheddar cheese. I will then teach you how to cook my renowned melted cheese sandwich, and you will never want for an evening meal as long as you live. Very well. Splendid! The pantry is west of the wine cellar, and the cheese is kept in the northernmost room. Return when you have the cured ham and cheddar, and I shall provide bread and instructions. Now venture forth into the underworld. Yeah, okay, fine. I've already done half of that. The old fellow said your father was dead, so figurative finding of your father. Got it. Thank you, Ireland, and welcome to the stream. I appreciate your attention to detail. Let's get the rest of the ham, shall we? Yeah, if you're just joining us, this is Skald Beyond the Black Priory. Oh my god, look at all the cheese! So much cheese! Amazing. I'm just going to stay here a bit and admire the amount of cheese that there is here. Look at the amount of cheese. The amount of cheese is amazing. Yeah, so this is a newly released today game called Skald Against the Black Priory, and it's a turn-based RPG in the style of it's using a Commodore 64 palette, an authentic Commodore 64 palette. Look at it, it's amazing. Chef Armand wanders back and forth, tending the fire, keeping his kitchen tidy. He has the gait of a man who has been on his feet for far too many hours. Yeah, I have the ham and cheese. I am the greatest. Perfect. First of all, here's some bread. Now, the cauldron is quite empty and just warm enough for you to use. Remember, you need both the bread, ham and cheese to make the perfect sandwich. Now, go and give it a try and bring me the result. I'll see if you have it in you. Okay. Oh my god, cooking! This is the crafting screen. To create new items, double-click ingredients in your inventory and place them in the workstation and then press craft. If the recipe is valid, new items will be created. Recipe list in the left column represents known recipes. You learn new recipes by experimenting or by finding recipe books out in the world. Recipes that can currently be crafted are shown in green. Clicking a green recipe will automatically add all the necessary ingredients to the workstation. Very good. Crafting is dependent on the crafting skill. Crafting a valid recipe will always succeed, but depending on the skill and the recipe's difficulty, there's a chance you may produce more than one item. Okay. Cheese sandwich. Engage. Craft. Yes, I have created life. I mean a cheese sandwich. Okay. What do you reckon? Chef Armand wanders back and forth, tending the fire, and same thing I said. Present the sandwich for inspection. Armand wafts the scent of the grilled sandwich towards his nose. Oh, the crust of the bread, the softness of the cheese, the savouriness of the ham. Perfection. You shall indeed never go hungry again in the night. Excellent. Didn't realise it was released today. Yes. Was it today? Yeah. In fact, it's out right now. It's yes. So if you type !Skald, you can go get it from the Steam store page. Isn't that delightful? So, yes. What was my next thing to do? Brandy. Okay. I've procured the meal. I've succeeded in that, so that's good. Let's go give our old friend the brandy, shall we? Is that you? Is that him? No. No, you're a guard. Here he is, standing proud. Have you seen Lariat? Let's not keep her waiting. I have your medicine. Ha! That's some fine foraging, young whelp. Before you can get a word in, Kydian snatches the bottle, uncorks it, and drinks deeply. The old man, eyes closed in relief, lets out a deep sigh. May your sleep be dreamless. He speaks as if to himself. May your sleep be dreamless? Kydian smiles. An old soldier's greeting. Something one mercenary would say to another as a prayer to not dwell on painful memories. The kind that comes with the work. Your father and I. Kydian halts momentarily and looks at you. Your father and I would always part with those words. Now I've held you long enough. Be on your way. Okay. The writing's pretty good. It could have been terrible. There's no telling. But I'm liking it. Who are these people? Love the Commodore, but can't say I really like the colour palette. That's fair enough. I think they're doing great work with it, though. Don't tell me you have an audience. What? Charmed, I'm sure. Okay. Excuse me. Is he not letting me through? You'll find the kitchen in the eastern end of the courtyard. The garden and hedge maze is to the west. And I need to remind you, it's a poor idea to enter the maze without a lantern. Good evening, my lord. Okay, let me past. You stand before the gate to the hedge maze. It stirs old feelings of both dread and elation. The sounds and smells of the estate grounds, as they were long ago, call to you from distant memory. You feel you could easily plunge into their depths. Let yourself go, and remember. Which daydream is it this time? Are you valiantly defending the rebels from the rebels again? Embla throws a pine cone at you, snapping you from your reverie. She's 10 years old, and you're a year her senior. Let's play hide and seek in the maze. I'll hide. You faintly hear someone yell her name from the distance. You better run, Star Child. Only my mother ever calls me that, Embla says, frowning. Where did you hear it from? Before you can reply, she flings another pine cone at you She flings another pine cone at you and before darts off into the maze. Okay, give chase. You hear a man's voice yell Embla's name again, much closer now. Either way, she's lost to you in the winding passages of the hedge maze. Your memory tugs at you, urging you on to the centre of the maze. I need to get this game ASAP, just got to put down Graveyard Keeper. So I would like to play Graveyard Keeper at some point. I'll probably stream that. I haven't got around to it yet. It's one of those games I was saving for a stream and then never got around to. So, yeah. Now, my question about Graveyard Keeper. Does it have a lot of forced dialogue and interactions that you can't avoid? Because that's what always put me off Stardew Valley. Oh. You stand at the centre of the maze. It feels much less impressive than you remember. The ornamental pond was once an ocean. The rock at its heart, a wind-swept island. You found me, Daydreamer. You remember the tone of her voice. And you can almost see the impish 10-year-old girl wading through the pond. Why do you always come here? I like the water. It's so calm. Embla shoots you a mischievous look. You notice the faintest tang of ozone. She makes a slow motion hop through the water, her fingers trailing the pond's surface, where water and skin meet. Strange colours bleed and spread across the surface. Embla, you'll get in trouble. Stop it. Embla moves her fingers across the water's surface like a painter's brush. Colours spill across the pond, and for a sleeping moment you fancy you can see cloud-topped mountains. Or was it the ramparts of an impossibly large city reaching towards the heavens? The silence is shattered by a shout, along with the beguiling images. Mistress Embla, the master requires you in the house immediately. That's my father. Something's wrong. It's mother. She's ill again, and I think I cause it. With what I can do. Wait, what? She's ill again. I think I cause it with what I can do. It poisons her mind. How long until mother isn't mother? Or until father isn't lord? Or your father isn't master at arms? How long will any of it last? Why are you talking like this? You ever feel like everything is a lie? Like there's a veil that covers everything, but in some parts of it, it's thin enough to see through? She knows she's in a video game. Embla starts as your father steps breathily into the enclosed garden. He's red-faced from exertion and anger. Young lady, you can't run off like this. The whole estate is looking for you. Your mother is ill and needs you now. Your father shoots you with a stern blast. I'll deal with you later. Embla says nothing as your father grabs her by the arm and hauls her past you. Back to the house. She doesn't meet your eyes as you pass. Finding yourself back in the present, a chill has crept into your bones. You best move on. What's the combat like? It was a little bit frantic, a little hard to follow. It's quite complex. There's spellcasting, there's different kinds of fight moves. There was a scene in the beginning. It's done a kind of flashback structure. Hang on, wait, what? Oh shit, that didn't mean that. That's just a guy. Okay. So there was a flashback from a combat scene, and then now we're like in the heavy dialogue scene. Hello, Jim Plays Games. What is your name? I think through skills of deduction and cunning, you may be able to discern it for yourself. Yes. Hello, Rob Avalian. Welcome in, and welcome to the stream. Not going to say, but the character looks exactly like you. The hair, the beard. That's a good point. Yeah. Look, hair's a little shorter, but yeah, I'm glad I chose that portrait. In fact, the mod is trying to steal my joke. Okay, it's very this maze is a lot easier to navigate than it would be in first person. You know, having this bird's eye view is very helpful. I feel like I already found the important part of it though. Yeah. Okay, let's just double check. Have I got a map? You can't make camp on this. That's camp. No, I want to know if there's a map. I don't think so. Not that I can see. Yeah, I think there's a little area up there, but I think that's part of this area. Jim Plays Games. What is your favourite cheese? Oh my god, you've asked such a difficult question. Oh, okay. So when I went to the south of France, this is sounding incredibly pretentious. There was some cheese from the Basque country. Excuse me, mate. I'm talking about cheese. The Basque is an area of southwest France and northeast Spain. Oh, sorry. No, just get out of my way. Okay, there we go. And that was really nice with some bread and a bit of jam. Some French bread and a bit of jam. I can't possibly pick favorites. If I try to pick favorites, it puts me in an infinite loop. So I tend to just pick the first one I think of when people ask me a question like that, because I can't pick favorite anything. But that's a good question. What's everyone's favorite cheese? I'm also very partial to camembert, especially baked camembert with dipping stuff in it. That's oh god, that's so good. Oh god, I'm getting really excited about cheese right now. And Brie's pretty good. I really like this Wensleydale and cranberry, but that seems like cheating because you're adding cranberry to it. Double Gloucester's pretty good, yeah. You haven't tried baked camembert? Oh my god, dude, you have to try baked camembert. However, make sure it's actually a baking camembert, because I used a regular camembert in the oven, and I found out why you need to get a special baking one, because it just melts out the bottom, and then the bottom of the oven was completely covered in cheese. So yeah. And like dip some, well, just anything, like some toasted bread, or even better, some bread with like a bit of garlic butter on it. Yeah, garlic bread. Yeah. Okay, enough of that. I'm getting too excited. Oh my god. So I've done that. I've done the hedge maze, exploring the grounds. So this one is like just made of these two sub goals. And it seems like it's completed. Before I check back in. Okay, so let's check back in with Lyra again. There you are. If your nostalgia is appeased, the Master will see you now. Yes, let's go see Kato. Very well. If it pleases you, the Master is in his office, just ahead. And note, once you meet with the Master, things may move quickly, and you may not have another chance to walk the grounds. Yes, I remember the way. I suppose you do, but I'll escort you nonetheless. A flicker of a smile plays across her face as she beckons for you to lead the way. Toe cheese? How dare you, sir? No. It's the worst. It's not real cheese. It doesn't count. Yeah, camembert can be a bit stinky. Pretty unadventurous with cheese. Usually just go for cheddar, but I'm open to other possibilities. Cheddar. Mozzarella's good, yeah. Funnily enough, cheese is one of the reasons I would find it really hard to be a vegan. I'm a vegetarian, but cheese is life. I've never had a good vegan cheese. I've had an okay vegan cheese, but it's just, you know. The opulence is faded, the shadows longer. Clearly much has changed since the last time you were here. Try to remember how long it's been. Been years, perhaps decades since you were here. Not since your father was the house arms master. Not since... You must have your wits about you. Perhaps now is not the time to dwell on painful memories. Not since your father's exile. Oh, he's not dead. Or he wasn't dead. You were no more than 12 when you were driven from the household. Hard were the years that followed. The mercenary life is bloody and unforgiving. Those years stole your childhood, and eventually they took your father too. Okay, he's dead. Got it. New channel idea. Jim does cheese. I did have a short-lived series called Jim vs. Food. No, Jim vs. Food. Game vs. Food, where I bought a really cheap game and an item of food that cost the same, and reviewed both and decided which one was better. I might bring that back. But your father has always insisted to his dying breath that his failure had been his own, that he'd got on the fate he deserved. The memories are painful nonetheless. Go on your way. Flanking the door are two marble statues. The craftsmanship is stunning, but the sight of two women depicted fills you with sadness. Why? One you recognise immediately. Varelia Berin, the mistress of the house. You remember her as a grey ghost, absent and unwell. The other statue depicts the girl you once knew so well, Embla Berin, daughter of the house, and now a woman grown strong and clear-eyed. Her likeness has none of her mother's cowed timidness. How is Mistress Valeria these days? The mistress is vacationing in the countryside, Lyra asked curtly. Right, I forgot we were being escorted. And what of Embla? Lyra's eyes flicker ever so slightly. We should hasten to the Master Berin. He's been long impatient to see you. Okay. I had applewood cheese around Christmas, which was nice. It was smoked cheese. Yeah, I like smoked cheese. The only kind of cheese I really don't get on with is blue cheese. It's a bit much. Oh, look at the atmosphere of this place. Look at this. Look at these fancy cushions and this chaise longue. Is that what that's called? Like a fainting couch? Just a long chair in French. Cato Berin sits tall in a tasteful but modest reception room. He looks less imposing than you remember, and with a few more crow's feet. Nonetheless, he's lost none of his composure or air of casual authority. You take a seat across a formidable desk from him. This study, like the rest of the villa, is half lit, giving a morose cast to its opulence. The older man's face creases into a tired but genuine smile, which momentarily lifts some of the room's oppressive mood. It's a mercy to see you again, your own man and in your prime, Cato says, before a frown consumes his smile. It's just a shame our reunion is overshadowed by the fates of those we love. Perhaps together we can yet improve our collective circumstances. Why have you summoned me? Embla is missing. Cato's voice quivers momentarily, betraying his stoic features. Now I beg of you, Jimzar, help me find my daughter. Help her return home where she belongs. What's happened to her? She left without notice a week ago. From the scant clues we had, we believe she boarded a ship bound for one of the outer isles, Idra. She went of her own free will at the time, and I thought little of it. Cato begins to glower. Since then, however, there have been reports. Grave ones. Reports? No one. And no word has left Idra in days. Rumour has it even the Imperial augurs are in the dark. I know not how this touches the fate of my daughter, but she must be returned to me one way or the other. Any idea why she left? Something has been building in her for years, an aptitude of sorts, but I suspect you already knew. In any case, it's grown much stronger lately, and drives her in ways I cannot understand. I suspect she is looking for answers. An aptitude? An aptitude of the worst kind. It does not spring from the canonical imperial praxis. Instead, it comes from elsewhere. It is the kind the Empire does not suffer to exist. I hope it's only answers that she seeks. But why Idra? Why indeed? There is little on that island save the port of Horin. If Idra was her destination, she must have landed there. Horin? Yes, an old imperial port and home to a few hundred whalers, traders, and the occasional smuggler. We can only speculate as to what drew her there, and it's our only lead. How can I help her? Hire mercenaries, travel to Idra and begin your search in part of Horin. From there, I trust you to do what needs to be done. Spare no cost, just bring back my daughter. Mercenaries? Yes, if nothing else, the port will be dangerous enough. That is why I have summoned a Roland Greyeye to me, a crude but effective sellsword that I have made good use of before. He shall accompany you on this task. So, in case you missed the prologue, he was the guy on the ship with us who fell into the water after the ship was attacked by, Oh. Thank you, Josh. Sorry, I've been completely ignoring chat. But yes, please do avoid spoilers. Yeah, when in doubt, do not give a spoiler. It's okay. It's okay. Let's just... we won't argue about whether it was actually a spoiler. I didn't even read it, so it doesn't matter. Indeed, it does have Eldritch Horror on the title screen, so that's not a spoiler. Just to err on the side of caution in future. So I'm very sensitive to spoilers, but it's all good. Let's move on. Roland Greyeye? The man is a grizzled veteran, and he may have slowed with age, but his experience and reliability more than make up for it. He's also much respected by similar men, and so will be instrumental in hiring a reliable crew. I'll take it into consideration. Cato shows you his upturned palms, beseeching. I know this thing I ask of you is fraught with danger, but this is your chance at improving your fortune, materially and in honour. What say you? I accept, for Embla's sake. Cato smiles softly, visibly relieved, and for a moment he looks like the man you remember. Have there any final questions or matters to discuss? Time is, as I'm sure you'll appreciate, of the essence. Let's just get on with it. Cato stands with poorly concealed effort, and Jimzar. You stand and meet his gaze. Return her to me. There is no other outcome of this affair. Shake his hand and leave. You have my word, Cato. What? That was a squish noise. Okay. And now, back to the present. Oh man, look at my portrait. I'm so fucked up. Okay. I can't move. What? Oh wow. Slowly you drag yourself from the cold water and onto the relative safety of solid rock. You try and fail to stagger forwards as exhaustion washes you over you in a great black wave. Oblivion takes you before you hit the rocky ground. What? What? You're awoken by the cacophonous cries of gulls circling you. Your body is a mass of pain and exhaustion, covered in 1,000 cuts and scrapes. The large white birds gather around you in eager anticipation. What a magnificent feast your bloated corpse would make. Not today. SFX says sploosh. Jim did already play board games based on average height? Not board games so much. I played Darkseed. That's a really old game. That's very eldritch. With the art by H.R. Geiger, in fact. They don't faces for each portrait. That's probably why there isn't many of them. Yeah, that's a good point, because they've got to redraw it every time. It's also a very small operation, this. I believe it is mostly one person and one main designer and one artist, and probably someone else for the music. I'm not sure exactly how many people, but it's a small development team, to be sure. So this is damn impressive. Minutes or perhaps hours pass as you lay unmoving, trying desperately to will some warmth back into your body. Finally, you manage to force your eyes open. By some miracle, you are not only alive, but you find yourself on the shores of the cursed island of Idra. I think Jim lost a bar fight, yeah. I lost a fight with a bloody kraken. You know, you should see the other guy. Strewn around you is the wreckage of the Zephyr. You see no other survivors. Lest you find equipment and companions soon, you may have cheated death in vain. I just said... I swear I didn't write that before I said it, yeah. Great minds, Judge Groove, man. Yeah. Your character is critically injured. This means you have taken enough damage to reduce both your vitality and wounds. Oh dear. The green bar under your character's portrait represents your vitality score. Vitality is a buffer to your wounds, and as long as you have vitality left, you won't take serious wound damage. So it's shields and hull. Got it. Vitality is easily lost and easily regained. Potions and healing magic restores vitality even during combat. Okay. The second, purple bar, represents your wounds. Losing wounds is much more serious. It's very confusing. Losing wounds. Surely you're gaining wounds. Like, oh, I've got maximum wounds, and then I get hurt and I lose some of them. It's just a weird way of characterizing it, but it's fine. Reaching 0 wounds means your character falls unconscious. Wounds can only be recovered by resting or leveling up. Okay. Whenever you take wound damage, you gain an injury condition as indicated by the icon on your portrait. Injuries confer serious penalties and can only be removed by resting. You can also rest inns when you find them. If you lose an amputation wound, do you get your foot back? Yeah, good question. Okay, so injured torso, -1 strength. So let's see, I have 8 wounds. I think I started with 9. So my vitality is 2, so I've got 1 wound, I think. Can I level up? Oh. For the first time in your life, you are overcome with a sense of purpose. The path ahead of you will be undoubtedly difficult, but you are certain it is the one you are supposed to take. Okay. Let's get some air magic. I didn't really understand what I was doing with this, so I got a bunch of ranks that didn't lead to anything. So if I get 1 more, I get 2 new spells. And if I get 2 of these, I get 2 more spells. Very good. Let's choose an earth magic to learn. Arcane Shockwave, Mark of Lethargy, Summon Vermin, Swarm of Gnats. Amazing. Targets all opponents in the line area. Adds conditions stunned. That's pretty good. Does it do damage? No. Okay. Mark of Lethargy. Adds conditions slowed. Targets any opponent. Okay. Summon Vermin. Targets any tile anywhere on the battlefield. Summon one of the following creatures in each target area tile. Giant bat, crab, giant rat. Okay. Can I... Yeah. Swarm of Gnats. Adds condition disrupted. Deals 1 to 4 magical damage. Okay, I think I want the Arcane Shockwave and the Summon Vermin. That sounds good to me. And air magic. Blink. Oh. Lesser haste, lesser invisibility. Interesting. Mark of Blurring. Adds condition blurred. +2 dodge. Until the end of combat. Magic Missile. Classic. 1 to 4 damage. Anywhere. Good. Steel Breath. Targets any opponent as conditions fearful, disrupted, mute. Interesting. I think I want the Magic Missile because it's a classic. And let's get Mark of Blurring for protection. Okay. Wound should be a bar that fills up rather than runs out, or a number that goes up. Yeah, I agree. Steel Breath sounds stinky. It does. Now, this is quite dark. Can you see this all right? Oh, okay. Never mind. Light came back. So, leveling up has increased our wounds to 9. Oh, I keep pressing escape to get out of things. Let's see. What do we have here? Glass bead, gold, rusty stick pin. What the hell is that? Okay, it's a trinket. Whatever. Let's take it. Okay. Can we go up this way? No. Where do we go from here? To the right? Spotted something. Looks like there's a lot of wreckage from the ship. Hopefully with some stuff we can use. What's this? Moderate achievement tonic. Good. The water effect is great. That is so... What's the game? Is it Ultima? I never played it. But like this looks so much like one of those games. Oh fuck! Wading out of the freezing surf, you lose your footing on the slick stones and pull heavily on the ground. There's a sudden blur of movement in the corner of your eye as you frantically try to get to your feet and you slip again. Standing above you on a large rock is a young woman dressed in Nautical Guild livery. Wet, auburn hair clings to her face in the cold wind. Magi-Eye's balls! I was sure I was the only one to make it ashore. The woman leaps from the rocks and helps you back onto your feet. Magi-Eye's balls. Amazing. Looking you up and down, she fetches a wineskin from her belt and offers it to you. The skin is nearly empty, save for a last mouthful of brandy. You drink it down greedily, and slowly you feel a modicum of warmth creep into your bones. You recognise the young woman's face now. She must have survived on the Zephyr. What's your name? Katiana's my name. Crew calls me Kat, or rather, they did, I suppose. She looks up and down the beach with a furrowed brow. Listen, you have to get up. We need to get off this beach before you freeze. Or worse. Worse? There's something wrong about this place. Can't you feel it? Like a taste in your mouth. And there are beasts. Huge sea creatures I ain't never seen before. I saw them dragging the dead crewmen into a cave west of here. At least, I hope they were dead. What do you suggest? We need supplies and shelter first. There might be salvage to be had among the wreckage on the beach. Also, I think I spotted a chimney of a house just north of the cliffs. A warm fire and some food would go a long way. Kat offers you a hand and drags you to your feet. She looks pensively towards the west. Also, as I said, there's a cave west of here. I think the crabs dragged off most of the corpses there, but what if they're not all dead? Might be other survivors like you and me. What's more, there's a chance one of the officers was carrying the seal when the boat sank. If we can find it, the Nautical Guild will give anything to have it returned to them. Seal? Captain Seal. It's a medallion of sorts that is carried on every guild vessel. It's not just for show either. They say the seals are forged by the Magi and that they have secret powers, but I don't know nothing about that. All I know is the guild pays to have one returned if a ship is ever lost. It's always worn by one of the officers, but I don't think the captain had it on him when the fight broke out. Might have been the first mate who was carrying it, and I think he was still alive when the ship sank. Yeah, the fog of war movement is great. So I would say the cave to the west is where we should start looking. You ready to go? Yeah, let's go. Good. Found this bow in a cargo crate. We best find you a weapon too as soon as possible. I suspect we'll need it before long. Together you begin to move off. Together we begin to move off the beach and towards whatever darkness dwells in the island's interior. Cool. Party member. Let's check out our new party member. She's a thief. Level 2. I need to level her up. Okay. Cat reaches level 2. Cool. Let's see what we have available. Tradecraft. Backstabber. Okay, so you can do backstab, light weapons initiate, thievery initiate. Keys thievery, light weapon finesse. What's this? Piercing damage. Okay. Backstab seems pretty important for the thief class. Backstab initiate, increased backstab range, increased initiative, increased light armor use. Let's do the armor. Mobility and backstab. What about this? Increase thievery a bit, why not? There's nothing. Oh yeah, this. Increase stealth. There we go. That'll do. It's funny, it's so funny how JRPG you found a girl with a bow on midnight on the beach. You know, I didn't play that many JRPGs. I tried to get into them, but I don't know. If you're not already done so, this might be a good time to level up. Got it, done it. No worries. Right, let's look at our. Wait, that's the wrong button. Let's look at our quests. Sealed away. Cat from the Zephyr suggests we should. Right. Cave to the west. So. Does weather and time of day have any effect on the game? That's a good question. So, wait. Ah, we already looted that. Also, we should see what weapons we have here. So, she has a club, a crude club, crude short bow. I have, what is that? A poor arrow. Did she say I had a bow? Is that a weapon? No. I don't have any weapons. She's using the bow. What's this? That's an arrow. She should be using the thieves' tools. No. I guess you don't equip them. Never mind. What's that? Glass bead. Okay. She talks to you, not kill you. Yeah, exactly. It's very handy. I mean, I think it's. How do I even Okay, there we are. I spotted something. Oh wait, there's someone here. Corpse. Okay. Well, this is desperate times. We need to loot it. Okay. Let's arm ourselves with that. What else? Checkered tunic clothing. I'm not going to wear his clothes. It's weird. What's that? A weaving comb. Okay. Oh my god, look at the size of that skeleton. I spotted something. What's this? Rations. That's good. Where's this supposed cave then? Is it along the shoreline? I think she was explaining how she got a bow. Oh, yes, of course. That makes more sense. Okay, what did I just loot? Ornate hand mirror. Commonly used by members of the nobility to check their appearance. These handheld items are believed by some to be mirrors to the soul. Oh dear! The stench of rotting flesh fills your nostrils. Ahead of you, the grotesquely misshapen crustacean horrors feast greedily on the corpses of the dead crew of the Zephyr. Blasted horrors! Cat spits through her gritted teeth. What manner of force has spawned these creatures? Yeah, let's kill them. Shall we? Like, if we do sneaky, will we get a sneak attack? Oh, okay, never mind. Make ready! Deploy your party. Okay, let's stay at the back so we can use range as much as possible. How do I can't... Oh, there we are. Okay. Begin combat. Okay. Strange women distributing swords from a lake is no basis for a system of government. That is very true. Okay, let's see. Shoot. There we go. Injured torso bleeding. Let's see. Its vitality is 0, its wounds are 3. So it's just... Oops. Oh, I keep doing that. Okay. What magic shall I use? I could use the magic missile. That's 1 to 4 damage, so it might actually take it out. Phew, 1 damage. I'm such a level 2 character. Okay, this one is the one that's almost dead. Let's just shoot it. There we go, critical hit. Okay, and then... Let's see, Flaming Fist, Arcane Shockwave. Let's summon some vermin. So it's a target to use ability. There we go. We have a friend rat. Yes! Fight for me! Shoot. Oh, good, backstab. I don't know why that was a backstab, but good. Let's move in and start to hit it. Oh, okay. There we go. Do we keep the rat friend? Chitin and arrows. Good. Okay. These poor dead people. What are you drinking? Energy Monster drink? No, it's Pepsi Max. I don't drink energy drinks anymore. They way too much caffeine, and I've heard the taurine's really bad for you. So eons worth of seas ravage upon the land has given birth to this cave. From its depths, a stench of seaweed and rotting flesh rises. So foul is it that it feels like some evil entity attempting to force its way through the pores of your skin into the core of your being. Toughness versus 10. Try not to vomit. Let's roll dice. Oh, we did it. Stealing your resolve. You managed to calm your breathing. Though the stench persists, you managed to push the image of foul things in the darkness. What? You managed to push the image of foul things in the darkness, feasting on the spilling entrails of swollen sea corpses from your mind. You carry on into the darkness. Okay, we have some mushrooms. Picked up Cave Child. Okay, looks like we can go to the right. Oh dear. Blood will flow! Deploy your party. Yeah, okay. Yep, get some distance. Begin combat. Okay. Oh wait, that's her. So she has no spells, so let's shoot. 6 piercing damage, pretty good. Oof, they're clustering up. This one, giant crab. Okay. To hit +3, to hit +5. It looks like the giant crab is the tougher enemy. Ooh. Okay, we can still summon vermin. Let's get some vermin. Yes! What? Oh! This is going to be confusing. We have a crab on our side, along with the enemy crabs. Hopefully they don't, all... wait, what? Yes, attack. There we go. Soak -1. What does soak -1 mean? Okay, this thing's close to dead. What's this? Consumables. Maybe I should take an attunement tonic. There we go. Now I've got more magic. How about a flaming fist? Wait. What did that do? What did that do? Did I do that wrong? Huh. Oops. No. Huh. Okay. Yeah, just shoot it. Stab. Probably don't need to be using magic that much for these enemies. Okay. Although, let's do another magic missile at this guy. Pew. Cascade. Oh, that means I get another attack, right? Well, let's just attack then. Oh, we couldn't. We only got 3 moves and 1 attack. I'll get used to the mechanics. Don't you worry. Stab. Shoot. Did you move? Really hard to see in this light. Charge +1, yes. Backstab. Victory! Splendid. Loot the corpses of your enemies, as is tradition.
He's dead, John.
Yes. We have a lantern. That's very good. Let's equip it. Now we can see better. The lighting in this game is great. Let's see. Thievery 2 versus difficulty 10. What if we swap? So her thievery is much better. So let's pick with her. Unlocked. Ooh, breastplate. Pants. Gold. And dagger. I don't think any of us can use the breastplate though. No, that's too bad. Okay. So. This is very ominous. Large, misshapen crabs emerge from the water all around you. Intentionally or not, they seemingly mind the speech have laid an ambush for you. Oh dear. Deploy your party in your ambush. Yes. There we go. Okay. Let's. Oh, I'm really low on. Let's do mark of blurring, just to be a little less damageable, hopefully. Have I still got an action? Huh. Cannot fire in melee. Okay. What's your skill with? I don't know. Hang on. I'm just going to shoot from here at you. Cannot fire in melee. Oh, I'm in melee. Okay, fine. Equip the club and smack with it. There we go. And you missed. Brilliant. Okay. I think we'll be okay. Just keep smacking them. Smack. 3 blunt damage. Good. Okay, I'm nearly... have I got any healing? Let's take the achievement tonic and then cast Flaming Fist, shall we? There we go. Burn to death. Yes. I'm still a little confused about everything that's happening. Oh god, look how hurt I am. No! Flaming Fists again. There we go. Oh man, this is brutal. Do I have a missile weapon? Don't. I can't get around it, can I? I'm gonna need... Wait, is there an enemy there? There is. It's very hard to see. It's just that outline. Oh my god, no! I'm down! What the fuck? It's brutal.
What a shame.
I didn't save. What am I going to do? Oh, bloody hell! Did it autosave? Oh my god!